So it begins. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers facing the Buffalo Bills. This is your AFC Wildcard 2024 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the Buffalo Bills because they are the home team. Yes, you heard that correctly. This was a team that was 6-6 at a point in time, and they have won their last 5 games. The last time they lost a football game was against the Philadelphia Eagles a month ago. Joe Brady has come in and he's been a great offensive coordinator with this team. And they've made a lot of good adjustments on the defensive side as well with all those injuries that they've been dealing with. And this game against the Steelers is pivotal to take care of the football. This is a Steelers defense that is known to go out there and take the football away and go out there and play great defense even without TJ Watt. And I'm going to get into that when I talk about the Steelers. But Josh Allen has to do a better job of taking care of the football. Down the stretch, when he's taking care of the football, they have been a very hard team to beat. And a lot of that is because of James Cook as well. Josh Allen's played very well down the stretch, but you look at James Cook. Since they made the switch to Joe Brady at the offense coordinator spot, he's been phenomenal with this team in the receiving game and also in the run game as well. And that's been the one thing with the Buffalo Bills the last couple of years. They haven't had a consistent run game around Josh Allen. You have that now with James Cook. Leonard Fournette also got some carries as well last week, but James Cook is that explosive running back. And you look at the Steelers defense, they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. No TJ Watt, and the middle linebacker spot is also weak as well with no Cole Holcomb and no Quan Alexander. Abuse them across the middle. Go out there and get James Cook going, try to run the football, and if you can't go out there and run the football on that tough front that still has Alex Highsmith and Cameron Hayward, get those tight ends involved. Because Gabriel Davis is questionable for this game. He has a PCL injury, but you have Stephon Diggs, who is one of the best wide receivers in the game. Down the stretch, they didn't use him as much, but you saw what he was able to do last week. He made a lot of good plays against the Miami Dolphins, and he's one of the best wide receivers in the game. Get him going in that secondary as well. But use those tight ends. Dalton Kincaid had a breakout back half of the season. When Dawson Knox was down for a couple of weeks, he had 673 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. And Dawson Knox is no slouch either. This is a Steelers team that gave up a lot of receiving yards to tight ends in the middle of the season when they're dealing with a lot of injuries to that linebacking spot. Go out there, get James Cook involved, take care of the football, and get those tight ends involved as well. And do not go out there and treat this team like they're beneath you. Go out there and treat this team like they're one of the better teams in the AFC. Do not be lackadaisical against the Steelers. You have to score and score fast against this team. Make them have to go out there and play catch up. Because even though they're without TJ Watt, they still have Cameron Hayward. They still have Larry Ogunjobi, and they also have Alex Highsmith as well, who are very good pass rushers with this team. Do not get comfortable, and Josh Allen has to take care of the football. Get that run game going, you'll be in a great situation. And you look at the defensive side of the ball. This team's been dealing with injuries all season long. Matt Milano broke his leg a couple months ago against the Jacksonville Jaguars over there in London when they lost that game. Tre'Davious White tore his Achilles a couple months ago against the Miami Dolphins. But guess what? They made a trade to go get Rasul Douglas from the Green Bay Packers. He's been phenomenal with this team. Give Coach Sean McDermott a lot of credit because they moved out to Leslie Frazier after last season. And this season, the defense has been better and it hasn't missed a beat. You look at Sean McDermott, one of the best defensive play callers in the NFL. This is a team that's 8th in pass offense and 7th in rushing offense, but you look at their defense, is one of the better defenses in the NFL for the last 5 games. And it's because of the blitzes they've been calling and the in-game adjustments. Look at the adjustments that they made against the Kansas City Chiefs. They basically went out there and stopped Patrick Mahomes all in the second half based off blitzes alone and putting guys in the best situation. You look at Gregory Rousseau, a very good pass rusher with this team, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. But AJ Epineza is a complete game record, 2 interceptions off of batting the ball up at the line of scrimmage and 6.5 sacks and 1 forced fumble. And they've been able to do this without Von Miller because Von Miller did miss a good portion of the season recovering from that ACL injury, but he has not been the same pass rusher. But you have other guys in this team that stepped up. Leonard Floyd, 10.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He's been phenomenal with this team. It's been guys stepping up, and it's been guys by committee. Just because you don't have guys on the team like Matt Milano and Tre'Davious White does not mean they won't be able to make good plays in this game. And Teron Johnson has been a phenomenal corner as well, and also in the run game as well with stopping the run. They have 2 very good corners that can match up very well with George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, and I expect for this defense to go out there and have a big day. Put a lot of pressure on Mason Rudolph and stop that run because the Steelers' run game has been one of the better run games in the NFL in the last 5 weeks. You have to stop the run and key in on George Pickens. Do not put him into double coverage because Deontay Johnson can beat you over the middle, and the same with Pat Freiermuth as well. The defense has to go out there and get pressure where it's whether it's by blitzing and stopping the run should be the most important thing for this Buffalo Bills team. Now let's talk about the Steelers. The last 3 games has been amazing. They made the switch from Mitch Trubisky to go with Mason Rudolph, and Kenny Pickett is fully healthy. But Mason Rudolph in the last 3 games has been phenomenal. He's been amazing with this team. It's a Cinderella story. This is a team that was on the outskirts. They were on the outside looking in, and now they're in this spot. And this is a dangerous Steelers team, even without TJ Watt. I understand that they are 1-10 without TJ Watt, but that's a different Steelers organization. Same Steelers organization, but that's a different Steelers team because Alex Highsmith has developed quite nicely over the last couple of years. Just last season, he had double-digit sacks. He was very good with this team. You have Cameron Hayward and you have Keanu Benton as well, who's a very good run stopper. The Steelers have to go out there and be aggressive, stop the run, and get those depth pieces going and put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. Marcus Golden is not a top-tier pass rusher in the NFL, but when he comes off the bench, he's been a guy that has made some explosive plays this season. He has 4 sacks off of limited snaps this season. He can go out there and get some pressure. The biggest thing with the Steelers defense in this game is to go out there and create pressure and force Josh Allen to throw interceptions and put him in those situations where he can just go out there and be frustrated and force him to get into turnover situations. That's pretty much it. Look at what the Jets did in week 1 against this team. I understand we're going all the way back 3-4 months ago. I understand that. But this is a Steelers organization that has been ran very well in the last couple of weeks with Mason Rudolph, and their defense has been the strong suit of this team for the entire season. The games that they have won early on was because of their defense. They were able to go out there, get a lot of interceptions with guys like Patrick Peterson and guys like Joey Porter Jr. as well. And that's another thing that you want to look at with this defense. No Cole Holcomb, no Quan Alexander, but Miles Jack has been very good in the last couple of weeks. Eric Rowe has been good at that safety position. Those are 2 guys they call from their practice squad. You look at Patrick Peterson at the safety position, which he should stay at. He's been very good. He had a beautiful interception against the Cincinnati Bengals, and he has been good on the high end of the field when he doesn't have to play that press man coverage. And Levi Wallace has played better in the last few games as well. Still not a true number 1 corner, but he's played better. And Landon Roberts has been solid in the tackling game as well. You have to stop the run, generate a lot of pressure on Josh Allen without having to blitz as much. Mika Fitzpatrick is questionable for this game. If he's able to go, that's a huge plus. But DeMonte Casey is back. He missed the last 3 weeks dealing with suspension because of a hit that he had on the Indianapolis Colts receiver, Michael Pittman Jr. He's also a very good safety to look out for. And you look at the offense, like I mentioned before, Mason Rudolph has come in. He's looked very good. He has not thrown an interception in these 3 games, and he had fumbled the football once, and that was last week in a bad Baltimore Ravens weather game. And it was just a weird game overall in general for the Steelers, but they were still able to go out there and win that game. And you look at Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, they have been the engine to this offense. Yes, George Pickens has been unlocked, but it comes off of play action. Get that run game going. Najee Harris has had over 1,000 yards rushing in every single season in his career, and Jaylen Warren is a very good speed back with this team. Get the run game going to open things up and force the Buffalo Bills have to creep up at the line of scrimmage, because when you do that, that's when guys like Deontay Johnson and George Pickens can shine with this team. It's going to come down to the offensive line with the Steelers, and can Mason Rudolph keep this play up? That's pretty much it. If he can continue to stretch the field and get things going up front with the offensive line, this team's going to be in a great situation. With that being said, this is going to be a close football game. I know a lot of people think the Buffalo Bills are going to come out here and blow this team out. They're at home. This is going to be a very close football game. I am taking the Buffalo Bills to win this game 28-24 in close fashion, but it can go either way, because I can see the Buffalo Bills going out there and trying to play with this team because they are the underdog, but they cannot do that. Even without TJ Watt, the Steelers are going to make this a game. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game? The Buffalo Bills or the Pittsburgh Steelers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.